Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sort of like debunking a couple of limiting beliefs when it comes to manifestation, okay? Because I have seen a lot of limiting beliefs out there, and much respect to everyone that gets on here and talks about things that have genuinely helped them, because I know they're just here to help other people and they might not know that, what they're saying, might have some limiting beliefs or even know what that concept is, right? So sometimes we just have to be mindful of what we want to internalize, okay? I know I've read things on Twitter, I've seen, coaches, people talk about certain ways to manifest on YouTube, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I feel like that's kind of a limiting belief, and that's not really something that I want to abide by, because I want to make manifestation as easy and as possible. And oh my gosh, you guys, I just saw this like really unique looking car that's like pink, blue, green, purple. Oh my, I love it. Anytime I see like really like unique looking cars that aren't just like black or blue or like the typical colors, I get so excited, and I just know like that's a sign that a big manifestation is coming in, okay? That I like looking for signs, okay? That is something I'll get to, but okay, I just got so excited. If you're watching this video, you heard this, you're getting your manifestations, okay? There's no avoiding it. You're at this point, your manifestations are inevitable. The thing that you've really been wanting more than anything is coming through, okay? This is an intuitive sign. I was trying not to make this video like too spiritual and just talk more about manifestation, but I can't help it, okay? Yeah, I do feel like the way that I perceive manifestation sometimes goes hand in hand. Spirituality and manifestation can go hand in hand, and again, that in itself, you guys, could potentially be a limiting belief, because I know a lot of people on here that talk about manifestation started off being spiritual, and they combine spirituality and manifestation, where some people are just strictly science based, no spirituality, they're strictly fact based. They only reference like scientific based journals and things like that, right? To each their own. So that's why one other thing to be mindful of is, what does this person talk about? Like, what's their background? What's their religion? I know some people also mix religion and manifestation, right? Because I feel like a lot of the religions, I know the main ones do talk about manifestation to an extent, right? So at the end of the day, just figure out, like, because you're going to hear a lot of beliefs. You're going to hear a lot of people talk about a lot of things. And I think it's so interesting, okay? I just love gaining knowledge. But at the end of the day, you really have to figure out for yourself, where do I lie? What do I want to subscribe to? And it's okay to change. I know some people who started off very spiritual, and they would use all these like common spiritual terms, karmic cycles, this, so you have to keep going through this thing because it's teaching you a lesson, or the universe is teaching you a lesson. And now they're just like, wait, I don't believe in that stuff at all. And like they call it woo-woo, and now they're just like, nope, I know that my subconscious mind is dictating everything, and the universe is within me. There's nothing outside of me. I am one of these people, okay? As much as I would still say I'm spiritual, but at the end of the day, something that I do want to talk about is, one of the myths that I want to debunk is that there is no universe outside of you, okay? And again, these are just my beliefs. It's okay if you don't want to internalize them, but something that's really helped me take back my power, call back my power, realize that I'm the only one with free will in my reality, and make things move fast, make the 3D shift fast, is to acknowledge that I am the universe. Everything that is happening, everything that I'm seeing is a reflection of what's going on internally, okay? So that is something that I remind myself every time I feel kind of bogged down by the 3D, okay? And that also helps me not react to the 3D, because I just realized, wait, I'm just reacting to myself, and well, what's the point in doing that? Like, why would I react to myself? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, okay, well, if I create this, I can uncreate this, okay? Or if I didn't create this yet, I can create this, okay? So that's something that I want you to understand, to not give your power to other things or other people. I mean, unless, I know some people like doing that. I know some people believe in God. I know some people believe in angels, messengers, spirit guides. That's okay. That's okay. The way I personally see it is that we all have a God consciousness. I feel like all the different angels, I've studied the different angels, like angel numbers, this, that. I feel like it's all within us. Like, I'm Hindu, right? And like, there's a lot of gods and goddesses, and in Sanatana Dharma, what they say is that all of these are just like carnations of ourself. There's just one big consciousness that's split up into all these like deities and gods, and it's all within us. Technically, it's a monotheistic religion. There's just like one consciousness that's, again, like presenting itself in different forms, which is what I think humans are as well. We're the universe experiencing itself, right? So there's this goddess called Lakshmi, which represents wealth. So it's like and there's this god called Ganesha, which represents wisdom. I know, like, before tests, people would pray to Ganesh, and that would mean like they're praying to the wisdom within themselves. They're doing that to channel the wisdom within themselves, okay? They're praying to what Ganesh represents within themselves, to ace the test, ace the exam, right? So yeah, that's just what I personally believe in. Up to you, okay? If you want to believe in that, if you feel like, that gives you some sort of comfort, just putting that out there. Another thing that I want to debunk is that it's okay to want things in the 3D. You are 3D people. You deserve to have your manifestations in the 3D, okay? I know a lot of people may have heard other people, and maybe, people still say this, like, oh, you just have to give it to yourself in the 40. You just have to feel good and fulfilled on the inside. While that is ideal, while you should be feeling good and fulfilled and happy on the inside, because, why wouldn't you, right? That's a good feeling to have. I will never tell someone, if they came to me for coaching and they told me, hey, I need to make money ASAP, I need shelter, I need food, I'm never going to say that, like, oh, you just need to, like, let go of the need to have it. You need to detach and just give it to yourself in the 4D. Okay, I'm sorry, I just don't understand that way. Maybe there's something deeper to it that I'm missing, but I understand that, like, we live in a 3D world, and while I do believe in the 4D and, like, operating from different states of consciousness, and even money is an energy, everything is an energy, I know that if you want something, I know that burning obsessive need and desire to have something, I will never say, like, just fulfill yourself. I will say you keep affirming until you see that in the 3D, until you can literally manifest that thing out of thin air. And what I mean by that is that you just have to become the version of yourself that has what you want, okay? To shift to the reality where you have that money, where you have that car, where you have that apartment, where you have that specific person. Even when it comes to a specific person, you guys, I understand the obsessive, obsessiveness, okay? Obsessing over someone. I have been there, okay? And I'm not ashamed to admit that. I know that sounds kind of like crazy and intense, but, like, I know, you probably watch these videos because you understand that too. Maybe, like, in the past, you could have, interfered in the 3D, like, okay, you know what, please, like, come back, like, I want this to happen. Maybe you tried to make things happen in the 3D, and now you've discovered manifestation, and you've been manifesting, and it's like, maybe you still have that. Maybe you still really, really want someone. You want this person to commit to you. You want, like, that boss to give you, a job or whatever, right? So it's okay to want that, but, like, now that you know about the power of manifestation, just tell yourself it's really easy for you to materialize things in the 3D. You can manipulate the 3D through your thoughts, through your energy, and it is okay to want things in the 3D, okay? Just, I would say, transmute that obsession and, like, bring it back to yourself. Tell yourself, I deserve this, I deserve this, I have it right now, I have it right now. This person's lucky to be with me. This company would be so lucky to be with me, okay? All of these energies that you're feeling, all these emotions, they can be transmuted into your manifestation. You're getting extra triggered by the third party or circumstance. Figure out an affirmation to fall back to when that happens, and use that, alchemize that emotion, okay? I cannot, like, even tell you the amount of times I've, like, told myself I get excited when I get triggered or when I get anxious, because I use that energy to, think thoughts in my favor. Even if I'm, like, feeling so off and I'm just feeling so down, I will still keep affirming, okay, you guys? Like, I've affirmed, I don't really cry that much, but, like, sometimes I've affirmed through, like, tears, frustration, even though I was feeling down, even though I was feeling upset. Maybe I was even angry at my SP, I was angry at the circumstances, whatever. I still got what I want because I still kept persisting, because it's your thoughts that manifest, okay? I will, like, stand on that hill forever. It is your thoughts that manifest. Sometimes feelings do manifest, okay? But I've talked on here multiple times that it's really about what's in your subconscious mind that ends up manifesting in your 3D reality, right? Because there have been times where maybe you felt really sad and down and you thought this wasn't going to happen, and boom, your SP texted you, boom, you got the grade that you wanted. Or, like, for me, I know I was feeling really anxious that I would miss my flight because I missed a connecting flight, and I was feeling so anxious the entire time. I didn't, like, I was still affirming. I was like, no, everything in my life is perfect, everything in my life is perfect. I got the flight, I'm on this flight, I'm so grateful that I'm on this flight. When I was, like, running through the airport, I was like, my mind was in, like, a different brainwave state, and different, like, state than usual, right? And I still got it. I made the flight, like, and they don't, like, it was, I think, like 2 minutes before the flight departed, and they usually close, like, the gates, like, like 30 minutes before the flight departs, but, like, they're just like, no, like, because they knew people were on the connecting flight, and I think I was, like, the last one to get on, and I still got on, okay? And, like, I was anxious the entire time, okay? I still got what I wanted. Even with SPs, I missed my SPs. I was still super attached. I never detach. When I want something, I will get that. And I have, like, this obsessive, when I obsess over something, I feel like that especially helps me get it, because It's like all that energy is like, I use it to help me. I transmute that energy and make it conducive to me getting what I want, to me being in the reality where I have everything I want, and everything just ends up working perfectly. So if you are someone that's highly sensitive, emotional, use that to your benefit. You will not regret it, okay? You will get that thing you want. Just don't give up. The only way you're not going to get what you want is if you just point blank stop affirming, and like you just don't do anything. You're just like, okay, I just don't care anymore, and you just don't say those affirmations, okay? But like, if you keep affirming, you keep scripting, you keep doing that, and you're at it, you're gonna get results. It's inevitable. I've never seen anyone that was persistent that didn't end up getting somewhere, okay? And I know for a fact that you can get that full manifestation. But yeah, again, you just need to get out certain limiting beliefs and stop internalizing them, okay? It's okay to want what you want. It's okay to be obsessed over it. It's okay to never detach, okay? I never stopped wanting the thing that I want. Again, if you came to me and said like, hey, I need help with money, like I need money in my life because I need to be able to pay the rent, I'm never going to say you need to detach from money, you need to detach from the need. And detach just means like you already know you have it, okay? I feel like people try to like use that word, see that word in a different perspective, or like see it in a different light, maybe like shed different perspectives or light on that word, because I know some people think detach just means to stop wanting it. And trust me when I say like sometimes, yeah, when I stopped wanting it, it did come in, but I know there were a lot of things that I really badly desperately wanted that I still ended up getting because I just affirmed my way through it, okay? Just affirm your way through it. When in doubt, self-concept it out. Persistence kills resistance. And when you affirm something enough, your brain literally changes. You are changing the neuronal structures in your brain. You're rewiring pathways. You're creating new neural pathways, okay? That's why affirming will always work in your favor. And I'm telling you guys, your brain, okay, like if you keep affirming, even if you're seeing nothing in the 3D zilch movement, when you get that thing and you've consistently been affirming, maybe you've been at this for weeks, months, okay, that thing is going to be permanent. That thing is going to stay in your life. That's why I would even say, like, again, make everything work in your favor. If you feel like things are taking an especially long time to manifest, okay, and I use time very loosely, that's a whole nother video. I've talked about that, okay? Time is, it's everything's happening at once. There's no such thing as a long time or short time. Everything exists all at once. But let's say like you're giving into the 3D and your 3D self and the 3D perspective, and it's taking too long to manifest. Tell yourself that the longer it takes, the sweeter it's gonna be, right? Like it kind of like wine. Like the more wine ages, the sweeter, the better it tastes, right? Like age like fine wine, right? Or like there's like that's how manifestation, like that's how you should view your manifestation. Not that it ever needs to take that long for anything, but you might as well make it work in your favor. I promise you that if you've been like manifesting your specific person to come back, if you've been affirming and just not giving up, they're going to be here for good. Like they're never going to leave your side. They're going to be head over heels obsessed with you. When it comes to making life, important decisions, moving in together, getting married, having kids, deciding what you want to, how you want your family life to look like, things are going to be so easy for you. Okay. You're doing this for your future self, or the version of yourself that, is trying to live in your dream reality. Okay. What you're doing is you're setting the foundation for your full manifestation. And because you've been affirming so much, that foundation is going to be so solid that like nothing is going to penetrate it. Okay, like like I was thinking of a couple of metaphors. It's like I just imagine like a brick wall or like a building being built, and it's like its foundation is so strong that like it's literally like bulletproof. It's like bomb proof or something. It's like nothing can ever ruin your manifestation. Okay, if you've been at this for so long. And I know that because I've experienced that myself. Okay, and I've seen other people experience it themselves. I've seen people go from 0 to 100, people who were barely making like 2K a month, like 40xing their income, making like 80K a month, and now they have more money than they know what to do with. I don't even think like if they could give away their money like faster than they're earning more money. Like that's how solid they are, and that's just because they continued to work on themselves. They never gave up. Okay, maybe it took a couple of months or years for them to build up that wealth, but they have it. Same with relationships. I know some people that are so solid that like even like, you know, like the best like hottest celebrity could show up and they'll be like, no, I like my girl, no, I like my guy, you know, and never ever am I gonna you know, give that up, right? So yeah, what you're like, just keep affirming, okay? Anytime you feel frustrated, keep affirming, okay? Channel that frustration. It's okay to feel that frustration. Never force trying to feel good, okay? It's good to feel good, but that frustration needs to come out in some way, shape, or form, right? And one way to get it out is through manifesting. There's so many ways to release things. I would say, like, you know, you get frustrated, go outside and take a walk, okay? Just affirm, affirm, affirm while you're walking, okay? And here's the thing, when you affirm, your brainwave goes into like alpha or sometimes even theta mode, right? And I've made videos about this, and you know, those negative thoughts have no space to settle in. Maybe they'll like creep in here and there, but like when you robotically affirm, when you saturate, when you affirm, 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 and do not give up, like you are literally eliminating timelines where you don't have what you want. So you can quantum jump, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. That's just a fancy word for saying, like, you know, go to the timeline where you have what you want. You are literally deleting timelines, eliminating circumstances, okay, unwanted things, by persisting, because again, persistence kills resistance. And understand, again, it is okay to want whatever you want in the 3D, and you are affirming to get something in the 3D, okay? Like, I was stuck in this loop of saying like, oh, you're not doing this to, like, you know, get things in the 3D, you're doing it to fulfill the inner man. Oh my gosh, like every time I see that, I'm just like, no, you are doing it to get something in the 3D, because we're 3D people, right? And we deserve to, like, you know, have whatever we want in the 3D, even if that means you have to go to the 4D, 5D, you have to think from higher dimensions, from a higher perspective. At the end of the day, you want that thing in the 3D because you know it's going to fulfill you, and you're doing this to make yourself happy, okay? That's also something that changed my mindset for the better, okay? Like, when I told myself I am doing this to make myself happy, because this thing is going to make me happy, even if it was fulfillment through another person, okay? Because like I was so solid and secure within myself that I know that, like, you know, I'll be fine with, you know, by myself. I've gone on all these solo trips. I think I've fulfilled the, you know, quota of being alone, this, that, and, you know, I told myself I wanted someone, okay? I wanted to be with someone. I want to be with someone that I genuinely like, that I have things for, and I want them to treat me well, and I did that, and I ended up getting my SP, multiple SPs, you know, in different forms, like, you know, friendships, colleagues, professional relationships, romantic SPs, okay? It's okay. It's okay to want who you want, as long as you're not, like, you know, like going like just haywire in the 3D. You can affirm, 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 and it's okay to affirm to, you know, get what you want, because like that is what you are doing this for. And as long as you're honest with your intentions, I genuinely think that like helps break a barrier, okay? Like, just don't, you know, some people are just like, oh yeah, like, you know, I'm just doing this, you know, to fulfill myself and this, that. Like, no, like, I mean, yeah, you are doing this to fulfill yourself, yes, but some people will say like, yeah, as long as I'm fulfilled in the 4D, I'm fine. I doubt those people, like, you know, truly mean that. Like, maybe they feel really happy and good at the moment, and that's really good, but it's just like, you know, I've seen people, I've seen how like good their lives are having a partner beside them, having someone that they truly love beside them. I've seen how good people's, you know, lives have gotten when they got money, material goods, all of these things, okay? And I know, like, you know, spiritual people, spirituality, a lot of people talk about, like, you know, self-reliance, independence, and those are all good and valid, you know, not being greedy, being humble, and that's fine too. But again, I feel like if we're being we have to be honest with ourselves. Some people are fine not having those things, but I know a lot of people would want that. A lot of people do want to be you know, coupled up. They do want a family, they do want a happily ever after, and you just have to be honest with your intentions, okay? The more honest you are and you tell yourself that, like, honestly, I think the faster things come. You know, one day I just woke up and said, no, I really want this thing. I really, really want this thing, because I know it's gonna make me happy. And I even said the words want, even though, like, I was told that, oh, you should never say want, because that means you're in a lack mindset. So again, that's a limiting belief, okay? Lack doesn't exist, wavering doesn't exist, okay? Even if you wavered here and there, you're still going to get what you want. You're still going to get what you want. It is law. You cannot, like, you know, break this law that's, like, applicable to everyone, okay? Yeah, I will say even lack, okay? Just forget lack. What is lack? I don't even know what lack is. Like, I mean, I don't know how anyone can be in a lack mindset unless, again, they're just, like, manipulating the 3D too much, and they're just point blank giving up and not affirming, okay? The only way you won't get your manifestation is if you just quit, okay? Seriously, like, I think we're manifesting all the time. If you just stop saying those affirmations and you've stopped for a while, then yeah, that muscle isn't really being used, and yeah, who knows, you might still get that manifestation because maybe you affirmed enough and it did end up becoming your dominant thought, you know, in the back of your mind. And, you know, that's why sometimes, you know, things happen when, you know, we like stop affirming for it, because it did end up becoming our dominant thought. But yeah, at the end of the day, you just have to keep affirming until it's fully conformed. Okay, no matter what you see, you keep going, just keep going, you know, like Dory says, just keep swimming, right? Yeah, you need to like just be honest with yourself about what it is that you want. Tell yourself you're doing this to make yourself happy, because that is self-concepting it out, right? That is self-concept. And you will, it's inevitable that, you know, you getting what you want is inevitable. Like, it has to manifest. Okay, at this point I'm sounding like a broken record, but I really just want to come on here and debunk these beliefs. Okay, it's okay to want what you want. It's okay to want materialistic things. It's okay to want that person. It's okay to want to be with someone who you feel things for. Okay, like stop subscribing to the ideologies that you just need to settle, or just like, you know, if someone's there, you just need to go after stability, this, that. No, you deserve to experience that stability and security with someone that you truly like. I know, because I've been there, I've experienced it. I know so many people that are truly in love with their partners and are with people that they're attracted to that also make them feel safe and secure, and that are also loyal and committed to them. Okay, these people can get it. I know you can as well. I know some people who have not affirmed for more than like 30 seconds in their life that have everything that they want, and it's like, if they can have that, you can as well. Okay, anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick some cards. I don't even know what these cards are gonna say. Like, you know, they could be just, maybe like I'll be tapping into your you know, the deep crevices of your subconscious mind to see where you are with your manifestations. Some of these will have affirmations. Let's see. Okay, okay, we got Sappho the poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Okay, I'm trying to relate this to manifestation. Okay, yeah, of course, love every part of yourself. Okay, I would say, like, you know, this to me always reminds me of like appearance, right? Like, you are their type. Tell yourself you are their dream woman, you are their dream man, you are their dream partner. You love every inch of your body. They love every inch of your body. They love every inch of everything that you are. They love your essence, your vibe, your energy, your appearance. Okay, they crave you. They crave your energy. They're so obsessed with you. They're so addicted to you. Okay, I like, you know, using the self-concept version of that. I am obsessed over. I'm healthily obsessed over. I'm addictive. I'm mesmerizing. I'm captivating. I'm everyone's type. Okay, I'm everyone's dream woman. I'm everyone's dream man. I'm everyone's dream person. Okay, so yeah, I'm fiercely loved. Okay, I am so deeply and fiercely loved. People go out of their way to cater to me. I am on the pedestal. Okay, I know these sound kind of dramatic, and if it's too dramatic, it's okay. You don't need to use that. But this to me just reminds me to tell you, because I know a lot of us, like, you know, most people at some point like have at times done something to change their appearance, or glow up, or this, that, right? Nothing wrong with doing that in the physical, but also just, you know, I tell myself, okay, you know, if I get this haircut, I dye my hair, it's to feel good both internally and physically, because the outside reflects, you know, the inside. And it's like, you know, just I even like another thing that I like doing is like, yeah, like I mentioned, if I do get like some sort of like physical thing done, like my nails done or hair, I always say something to make myself feel good internally. Like, what does hair represent? Like, so, you know, sometimes like haircuts represent like releasing things, right? Like releasing energy, right? So sometimes if I get like a hair trim, or like I change my hair color, I look up the spiritual meaning of that. Like, oh, what does this mean? And I'll say an affirmation related to that, right? So like if I like cut my hair, I'd say something like, oh, you know, I'm releasing things that no longer serve me, so I can be in alignment with my reality, right? I'm releasing old mindsets, old limiting beliefs. Okay, sometimes I'll wear makeup to, you know, as means of self-expression, right? Like green eyeshadow. Sometimes I wear green eyeshadow, and I tell myself, oh, I feel so abundant on the inside, because I relate, you know, the color green with abundance, or gold with abundance. Oh, I feel so rich. I am so rich. I'm so abundant. I'm a money magnet. Okay, with pink and red, I'll say like, you know, Venus, like affirmations, like, oh, I'm Aphrodite. I'm blessed by Venus. I'm so beautiful. I'm just so amazing. Like, you know, I am like the most gorgeous person to exist ever. Like, you know, like just ramp it up, hype yourself up, have fun with it. Okay, wow. Okay, this is actually something I haven't done in a while, but like, you know, every single makeup item, I think like, you know, like a lot of people, I've seen like TikToks and like posts about this, you know, there's a very specific word for it. Like, yeah, it's like every time you do your makeup routine, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word right now, but anything like, you know, you do, like maybe you decide to wear like a red dress or something, figure out what red means for you. Like for me, red indicates fierceness, confidence, boldness. I feel confident and secure in myself. Okay, you know, I like pink, I love pink, I live by pink, pink helps me like, be more in my feminine energy. Just again, this is all subjective to whatever you want it to be, right? But like make everything work in your favor. Even like certain foods, like whenever I eat chocolate, I relate chocolate to love, because chocolate has theobromine, right? And theobromine is actually related to the heart chakra. It's actually like a feel-good chemical. It gives you a lot of serotonin, and it's actually like, like cacao ceremonies, chocolate ceremonies, they're held to help open up your heart chakra more. So the words that come up when I eat chocolate are love, Venus, theobromine, cacao, heart opening. I would say an affirmation like, I radiate love and the universe reflects love back to me. I feel so loved. I am loved. I am loved, loving. I'm so happy. I feel so good. I feel so peaceful. Okay. Like I love eating sweets, and like, chocolate just makes me feel a certain way. And like I use that to my benefit. Okay. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and pick a card from the Oracle of the Fairies deck. And okay, I like, again, my videos are a little bit all over the place. Sometimes, I'll get like super scientific and, talk about like the neuroscience behind affirmation. Sometimes I'll be, more spiritual with it. But at the end of the day, like everything does have to do with your associations with things. And like whenever I eat chocolate, there's certain neural pathways that light up with feeling good. And like, when I do something to make myself feel good, again, you don't need to do this to affirm or get what you want, but it's just like, I feel good in the moment, I feel happy, and it makes me like motivated to affirm even more. So like, again, you don't need to be high vibrational to manifest. You don't need to do these things to manifest, but if it helps, right? But again, even if you feel frustrated, even if you feel sad, even if you feel mad, affirm through it and you'll still get what you want, okay? Seriously, like you could have all the chocolate in the world. You could be the most zen person, have attended like 50 meditation camps, or you could have done nothing, zero work on yourself. You could just be, like living life casually and still get what you want. Because again, I see so many people that are not spiritual, that are not into affirming, manifesting, that don't necessarily eat healthy or clean their rooms, that still get what they want all the time, okay? So really, it's all about you. It's all about your mind, okay? So these things, there's certain things that will help you get into certain mindsets or have certain mindset shifts. At the end of the day, like do whatever you got to do, okay? Just do what you need to do, as long as it's not like, again, I just think like the less you interfere in the 3D, although if you do interfere in the 3D, you can still get what you want, but the more you just like, affirm to yourself and try to change things internally, okay, and that's not to say like, oh, you have to fulfill the inner man, you have to feel good inside internally. No, just like change your thoughts. The faster things will shift and move in the 3D, okay? And okay, I just remembered what I was saying. Oh my gosh, this in itself is a manifestation. Yeah, magic rituals or beauty magic rituals. Even if you just look that up on YouTube, if you want to enhance your appearance or something, it talks about like the people that make content like this. Yeah, they talk about like some tips and tricks you can do to get clear skin. Things that you can eat to like also like have that inner glow. But also, they talk about affirmations you say while you do these things, right? Because every single thing has an energy associated with it, and you might as well make that, make it work in your favor, right? So yeah, it's magic rituals, MAGICK. But again, none of this is needed, okay? None of this is needed. I feel like the first half of the video, I said what I needed to say about like just debunking certain things, okay? And now I'm just kind of a little bit all over the place because I'm too hyped up, okay? Like again, this made me literally want to get out of bed and like, film, okay? Thank you so much for the comments you leave. That's really what made me want to film this, okay? So let's go ahead and pick some cards from the Oracle of the Fairies deck, okay? We got Wait for Winter. During the colder months, the Fairy Queen of Winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. Okay, I love this, you guys, okay? Because I am filming this in April, okay? Like spring has officially sprung, and I feel like if these past winter months, and this is a timeless, like not really reading, whatever this video is, whatever you want to call it, however you want to perceive it, right? But I'm seeing that like sometimes when things are quiet, sometimes winter is associated with like femininity. It's like things are a little bit more quiet, right? Like the animals are all hibernating, sleeping, everyone's just kind of resting a little bit, not going out as much, right? So I'm really seeing, if you feel like things have been a little bit stagnant, then there's a lot that's coming into full force, okay? I feel like spring, summer, you're going to be getting all your manifestations, okay? It's just an intuitive message that I'm getting. Okay, yeah, we also got nature's signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We only need to open our hearts and minds. Okay, so this reminds me, you guys, okay, the whole thing about signs, okay, so you don't need to have signs to manifest, but if there are certain signs that you associate with your manifestations, and you know, you're the type of person that wants to see things in the 3D and you haven't been seeing them, then it's really helpful to actually just abide by signs, to go by signs. Like, okay, every time I see a pink car, that means my SP is coming in. Every time I see a green duck, that means, you know, I'm getting money. Okay, I feel like that really does keep you motivated, especially like, you know, when you're not quote unquote seeing movement in the 3D, because again, that's just another realm. I feel like when you see signs, you're in a different realm. Okay, you're like in the spiritual realm or 4D or whatever you want to call it, and then there's the 3D, right? So it's okay to, you know, use the 4D, use every, like, you know, your energies, different realms, dimensions at your disposal for you to get what you want. Okay, in the 3D. Yeah, we also got tree wisdom. The tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. Okay, this reminds me of tree hugging. You definitely don't have to do this, but like, apparently hugging trees, just being in the nature is nice. You know, I've heard people talk, you know, posts about like people just going out and hugging trees and, you know, whispering their like, you know, problems to the trees and just talking to the trees about whatever's going on. And it's so interesting because, you know, the trees, like everything's connected, right? Like you think of like the roots of a tree, right? It just gets me so excited. Okay, I'm also an earth sign. I'm a Taurus, so this stuff gets me excited. But if you think about it, like, you know, the roots of the trees are all connected, like underground, or like everything is connected, right? And we don't see what's going on underground. We only see what we can see, right? So it's just like, there's just energetically, there's just so much that goes on. Even I know some people like grounding, they walk barefoot in the nature, because I think there's some science behind this, because the earth is negatively charged, right? It has like negative ions, and we're positively charged, like we have positive ions, but we need negative ions. That actually helps boost our immune system. It's good for it has like a lot of health benefits. You can actually just look up grounding, because, you know, these ions counteract each other, right? Even with like straightening your hair, like apparently like hair straighteners have like negative ions, whereas our hairs have positive ions, and that's how like we're able to literally physically change the form of our hair, right? Like when you put heat to the hair, right? And like that's the same thing with energy. Oh my gosh, like things just clicked for me as I said that. Okay, that's the same thing with energy. Okay, it's just like everything has a certain charge or energy to it. And okay, I feel like I'm getting too woo-woo. It's funny because I started this video like debunking things, and now I'm just like super spiritual. And again, you don't need to do any of these things, but if you are someone that is spiritual and, you know, you like listening to these kinds of things, then definitely try it. Try tree hugging, try grounding, try just walking on you know, barefoot on sand, grass, the ground, dirt, whatever. Okay, really, really does help. And yeah, so that's definitely something I recommend. Yeah, this tree hugging thing is so, I just love it so much. If you're feeling especially stressed, you guys, nature is medicine. Nature is healing, okay? Like, I feel like I'm going to research a little bit more into this. I feel like this is more esoteric wisdom than anything. But if you just whisper things to the trees, you know, you just hug a tree, you just be honest with trees, like, hey, I'm feeling this way and I just want you to know. I just like imagine a tree with a face, like literally like hugging you, because, you know, trees do provide leaves, fruits. Like, you know, trees have been healing to humans for the longest, you know, of times, right? Like even before we had technology, all of that, like you know, we would get tree bark to write things, to make paper, to, you know, make things out of paper, fruits, right? Oxygen, of course, how could I forget that? Yeah, okay, even if it's like trees that like your city put up or something, I mean, trees are trees, okay? That's why like plants are just so healing. And just try it, okay? Okay, I'm gonna pick some cards from the Moonology deck to maybe see where you are with your manifestations, okay? Yeah, I'm just going to shuffle the cards to see what is going on, or just whatever messages we can get at this point. Okay, we got conclusions are within reach, okay? Full moon eclipse. It's funny because there is a solar eclipse that's happening very, very soon on April 8th. And yeah, I just feel like, wow, so many things are just, I can feel that intense shift, the intense energies here. Yeah, full moon eclipse. It's funny because like the solar eclipse is, so this must be a lunar eclipse because the moon is full during a lunar eclipse. And it's a new moon during solar eclipse, because the moon is in between the earth and sun during the solar eclipse. And during a lunar eclipse, the earth is between the moon and the sun. And like, you know, the sunlight casts a shadow on the moon, which makes the moon like, you know, bright up, you know, look like this. Whereas solar eclipse, it's like, you know, the moon is sort of like blocking the sunlight. So things are going to look kind of dark. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. I'm all over the place. But yeah, conclusions are within reach. So it's just like, I feel like you're very close to your manifestation. I feel like you're going to be getting your full manifestation, full moon eclipse. I love that so much. Okay. Yeah, let's go and pick some more cards. I don't really know what else I could say about this. What the heck? Okay, expect powerful change. I was literally just talking about new moon eclipse, which is what we're gonna which is what's happening soon in my reality as I'm filming this video. Okay, new moon eclipse, full moon eclipse. Okay, this is so amazing. So like, oh gosh, powerful changes are coming. You're getting your full manifestation, point blank. Like, I don't even know what else there is to say. There's a lot of powerful changes that are happening because you've been changing your brain, you've been changing your mindset, your mentality, you've been focusing on yourself, you've been redirecting any energy towards yourself. You've been transmuting energies, alchemizing certain energies. Okay, turn that frustration, that sadness, that intense energy into something positive. Okay, so yeah, we also got nothing is yet set in stone. I really love this because this tells me that things are malleable, reality is malleable. And something that's really helped me have a mindset shift and get all my manifestation is literally just telling myself, hey, the 3D is malleable. Things can change. I have seen so much change happen literally in the last couple of months, you guys, like just on so many different levels, like spiritually, politically. There's people that I thought like, had a certain mindset that they were so stuck in, that were so stubborn, that are like completely different now. There's so like, here's the thing, like if you want your SP to change, you need to just tell yourself that everything is changeable, everything is malleable. I can manifest the best versions of everything. Okay, nothing is ever stuck in stone. You can manifest the most stubborn person. Okay, get out of the most stubborn circumstances, experiences, and just make it, mold it into whatever you want it to be. Okay, so that's also something that really helps. Okay, because again, you are doing this to get something in 3D, and just tell yourself 3D is malleable, 3D is changeable. It can change at any minute. Okay, I'm never stuck to a certain circumstance. Okay, maybe you're really sick and tired of a certain pattern repeating again and again and again. Tell yourself, nope, I refuse to okay, what was I gonna say? I refuse to observe this pattern. I refuse to be conscious of this pattern. I'm changing it. I'm changing things, okay? And this is how I've seen people go from 0 to 100. This is how I've seen people go in little debt that had like negative balance in their bank account, become millionaires overnight, become famous overnight, have their businesses blow up overnight, okay? Become big, become viral overnight. Anything can happen at any time. And telling yourself 3D is malleable, okay, helps a lot. Because here's another thing that really helps. My brain is malleable because our brains are malleable. Research has showed that like even throughout adulthood, we can change our brains, okay? Change your brain, change your life. If you want to change your 3D reality, you just need to change your brain. And, like by literally changing the physical structure of your brain, by affirming, by forming neural pathways, you will definitely, inevitably change your reality. Okay, you're doing this to change your brain. You're doing this to like just think differently, emit different like chemicals in your brain, and finally end up getting what you want. So yeah. Okay, anyways, I think I'm gonna end this here. How long have I been talking for? Oh my gosh, 36 minutes. I was not expecting this video to be that long. But anyways, I do want to let you know that I have a Patreon where I give you self-concept affirmations to robotically affirm and script. And I also do have, I also offer in-depth tarot readings to see where you are with your manifestations. If you want an energy check-in, I custom make subliminals. And I also do manifestation coaching. So if you're interested in that, check out the description box below, where you will find my website, and you can sign up for those services through my website. And yeah, thank you so much. I will end the video right here. I intend that every single person here gets their manifestations to full fruition.